All right, Broncos country, taking a look here at RJ Harvey, the Broncos second-round addition in the 2025 NFL Draft. This is against Arizona State, K. This is third down. Now, on this play, he's going to run out here for a route, and he's just going to sit because ideally he's just trying to be the dump-off option, the security blanket. But nobody else is coming open. The corner's climbing over the top of this receiver. The safety's peeking as well to help. You got this guy who can close in right here, and this guy's playing underneath, so he can drop back and get depth because ultimately they want to protect the sticks right here from a defensive standpoint. So the idea is that they really want the quarterback to throw it to RJ Harvey here. Scramble drill ensues because the quarterback spins out, and that's exactly what's going to happen. He's going to catch it, get both feet in bounds. It's not going to be enough for the first down, though. But we're going through an individual game-by-game basis here. We're going to take a look at the other angle. One thing that stood out to me when watching UCF, their offensive line, not that great. Their quarterback play, I mean, they had several guys coming in and out of the lineup all throughout the season from the films and the games that I saw. You talk to season ticket holders at UCF, and they told me RJ Harvey right here, he was their offense. Now, as you're going to see in terms of the defensive front that they're facing, look, they got a zero technique, head up on the center here with the nose tackle. You got a stand-up outside guy here, stand-up outside guy here, and then really you just have personnel that is just going to cover all across the board. Yeah, it was frustrating at times to watch the quarterback play here for UCF. But, man, Harvey is a special talent. He's fun to watch. 5'8", 205 pounds. And you're going to see in this film review exactly why we like him and why Sean Payton, the Broncos, like him. So scramble drill ensues. He's really just going to try to post up right here because, look, quarterback can't throw it here because ideally this guy can make a play. He could sink back, make a play as well. So ideally throw it here to the outside. That's what the quarterback should do. See if you can make a catch. Harvey does. 2 feet in. Not going to be good enough for the first down, though. On this play right here, you're going to see exactly why RJ Harvey's springy. Good vision, is able to see when a hole opens up. He's able to bounce it too, and that's one thing. You're going to see the speed here. Now, obviously, it looks like the Arizona State defense, they're coming out and they're playing man coverage here. It's second down. You obviously got a stand-up guy here, stand-up here, 2 down linemen, and then you got this linebacker kind of playing a little bit of a sniffer here. He's up close to the center. Now, they're going to stunt where this guy, outside linebacker, is going to crash in. He's going to come out, and there's going to be a wash where RJ Harvey's going to see it open up perfectly. I'm going to let you watch it right here, okay? Watch this. Now, ideally, right here, there's a lot of traffic. There's a lot of congestion. Ideally, it's like, all right, hey, can he get here? And then can he maybe get skinny? But watch how he sees everything open up. The offensive line actually does a good job right here of washing everybody out. Now, ideally, that hole is there. It closes. Now he sees that this tackle is pushing number 46 vertically, and now he's just going to bounce it, and he's going to do the rest. Watch the speed. He's got the speed. Oh, if it's just not that shoestring, he might have been gone for a play, a touchdown on that play. So let's take a look at the other end, because this is where you get to see how the offensive line works, how Harvey's vision is on display. Now, what do we have here? We have a 3 technique, down lineman right here, stand up outside guy, stand up here, and then a 3. So we call this double 3s. Maybe you can say he's in a 4-eye, but ideally he's leaning a 3 tech with a linebacker walk up and a guy playing spy behind. Safety's going to be a guy who's going to be keying this sniffer or the tight end here. But watch what happens. We're going to watch, Kate. Really, they're just looks like it's just, hey, simple blocking. 76 is going to block out. He's going to crash in, and these guys do, I think, a good job of communicating and picking up right here. And now you see just the bounce. Boom. Skinny. I mean, ideally, you wonder if he could get skinny and fit vertically here, but this guy's closing in. He sees that this guy's crashing out. Bang! And he's going to bounce it to the outside. Good vision, good burst, good speed here. Will be a good change of pace here for the Broncos offense. On this play right here, you're going to get some pass protection from RJ Harvey. That's one of the questions people have. Can he step up inside the A or the B gap, or even if there's an outside blitz, can he pick up a blitzer? He does on this play right here. He's going to pick up, I believe it's number 18, their linebacker, on a quick blitz stunt because he's coming here and he's just going to be able to step up and has a good base to him right here. He's going to pick him up. Quarterback's going to get the ball out quick. He's going to get a completion to his wide receiver to the outside right. Let's take a look at it here from the end zone angle. You're going to see a better view of RJ Harvey picking up this blitz right here. Obviously, this is a 3rd down play. Now let's take a look at how everything formulates here. What does Arizona State come out in terms of their look? Now, You have, I mean, you could say this is a 2-eye, or he's just lined up in a 1-tech, which is the outside shoulder of the center. You've got a 4-eye right here from this defensive end. You've got, he's playing wide because you have a linebacker playing, a gap there. This linebacker's playing here, and this guy on the outside is going to be an edge contained force player as well. But this is just going to be a quick pass. Now watch, RJ Harvey is going to pick up this linebacker right here, number 18. So he shows the blitz kind of a disguise, then it's an all-out go because it's third down. Good base. His feet are, hip width distance. That's a good base underneath him. He's low. We always say in football, lowest man wins. He's just going to bring his body. Good pickup right there. You're not talking about looking for a guy who can move a blitzer, but you're talking about a guy who can hold his own and give his quarterback just an extra second to breathe. Harvey on this play is going to get an inside handoff. The inside isn't necessarily there, so he's able to bounce it to the outside. And the one thing I like about Harvey, in terms of when he does bounce it outside, he'll go east-west for a second, but then he plants his foot in the ground and he gets north-south. He gets vertical for positive yards, which in the NFL, you have to be able to do that. Look, nothing is here on the inside because this defensive lineman disrupts where the hole is, and now he just got a read and key. The cutback is not going to be inside because now they have help. They can feel. So he's going to bounce it to the outside. Watch how he goes north-south, but then watch how he plants east-west. Then he plants his foot to get vertically right here. He keeps his feet churning. He's a hard guy to bring down on first contact. Fights for extra yards here to make it what I believe is going to be, I think, a 4th and 3 on the very next play. So as you can see right here, let's take a look at how this formulates. Right here, ideally, you want him to hit here, but this guy's going to push the center back, and now obviously this linebacker can fill right here. So really it's like, hey, my hole is not there to be able to cut inside. It's not there. He was going to get tackled, at the line of scrimmage or maybe for a 1-yard loss. Instead, now he's like, I got to bounce this outside. And this is the thing about RJ that I like is when he does bounce outside, he does turn on the burners a little bit. Little quick hesitation move. Now look, he's got a linebacker who's near hip to him, but he's just going to take an angle. Now he plants this foot here at the bottom, and now he's going to drive north-south to be able to try to get positive yards and fall forward as much as you can here to get your offense as close as you can to potential first down. RJ Harvey's going to score a touchdown here against Arizona State. Now, as you can see, you've got obviously your 4-down linemen. Obviously, your outside guys are stand-up. Your 2 inside linebackers, a safety who's playing force, another safety who's playing force here, man coverage, and then cover 1 right here. Safety playing that middle of the field here. Ideally, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 players who are constraining the box here against RJ Harvey. He's going to find that split right up the middle. Look, good job by number 76 washing down this player. Nice one-on-one. 78's coming up here to block right here. 52 right here against the other linebacker. RJ Harvey's just going to get a little bit of a crease here, and he's going to do the rest. Now watch this. This guy is trying to squeeze down to make a play against Harvey. He's going to go boop, boop, and it's going to be a touchdown. Just watch that change of pace. I can't wait to show you the end zone angle because you're going to see him plant that foot and how fast he cuts back inside to get vertical here for the touchdown. Let's take a look at it here from this angle, right? You've got a 2-eye right here. You have a 4-eye right here. Stand up on the outside. He's going to play outside contain. He's right here with the safety playing force contain. Boom, plug. You're going to have your linebackers there. He's going to cheat over, and now everything's going to change. Now watch this right here. See how he just watch his footwork right here. Just steps in and just gets skinny. Boom. Not even going to get touched, barely shoestring, a tackle attempt by the safety. Touchdown, UCF. One of the ideas and thought process behind the Broncos adding RJ Harvey to the mix, they love obviously the explosive nature of his game as a runner. They know he can continue to develop and be better as a pass catcher out of the backfield. But this is a guy who has home run speed, and he didn't play behind a great offensive line. The Broncos believe they have a great offensive line, and they believe that'll amplify things further here. RJ Harvey, once again, you're going to see the vision on display. Knows when to cut it outside. He's going to get the inside handoff right here. Now, as you can see, you're hoping that right here, this good block on the outside here, you're hoping if you can seal right here, that's great. But then this guy's going to fill. So ideally, this is the hole you want him to hit initially. It's going to close quickly. And he does a great job of reading his blocker right here on the outside edge because he's going to try to turn him. And now it's like, hey, I've got the outside. He's going to show that burst and get up the sideline. I'll let you watch how fast he is. He gets the edge, gets the corner, picks up a massive first down against the Arizona State defense. Let's take a look at it here from this angle. You're going to see the vision. He sees it. Hey, ideally, this hole right here, when you initially see it, it's like, wow, it's open. But then you're going to see the safety taking the banana peel angle. You're going to see this guy trying to crash out here. Ideally, he's like, if I wanted to get right here, this guy's probably going to make the play. I can bounce it to the outside. Good vision on display, reading the block in a split second to make the right decision to pick up a first down. On this play right here, he's going to bounce it to the outside right. You're going to see everything kind of develop. Look, ideally, you get this kick out right here. If you're able to get this number 3 a little bit longer, you're hoping he can just break it right here and maybe get vertical for a big play. But watch, he's going to step it outside. Now, number 3's got decent leverage right here. You know, you're watching the block right here against the outside guy. Wide receivers blocking a corner one-on-one. Ideally, you can maybe make the argument, can he make a cut right here and then get here? Ideally, he's thinking this guy's going to plant his foot and close it and maybe make a play, so he's going to bounce this to the outside. But watch this. Even though he's to the outside, he makes this initial defender right down here miss, and now he's got the corner. If the wide receiver stays on this block, this actually might be a bigger play. But you could see right here, now he's behind the line of scrimmage. You want to be able to get positive yards. So ideally, where's he going to end up? He's going to make a cut inside. He's going to keep his feet churning. And now he's going to pick up what we call probably right here. Boom. So he picks up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, just about 8 or 9 yards on this play here, where realistically he could have been tackled at the line of scrimmage or for a loss behind the line of scrimmage here. So you're seeing the vision. You're seeing that the extra effort, like being 205 pounds and being as fast and springy as he is, that's a leverage advantage for him. You know, he's got the ability to be able to turn something like this into positive yards. You know, we see a lot of comparisons to Bucky Irving. He has some of those traits. The thing with Harvey that people are going to like is his ability to create, but sometimes plays like this can't happen in the NFL. They won't happen because of how fast defenders are, how disciplined some of the defenses are in the league. Look, nothing is there on the inside for him to try to cut it up. Maybe you can make the argument that he could have maybe bounced it to the outside here, but look, you got that corner coming up here. So he's going to try to find something inside the hole there. Nothing is there. Now he sees the defense pursuing. He's going to sidestep, and he's going to get to the outside here. Now, look, good block there by the receiver, but realistically, the defense closes in. He's still running east-west here. Try to get as vertical as you can and make a play. Instead, he gets tackled a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. That's a play you want to avoid at the NFL level. Sometimes it'll be there, but not always. Harvey on this play is going to score his second touchdown of the game against Arizona State. Now, obviously, they've got the offset wing right here. It's just as simple. You're not adding extra offensive line. You just got an extra blocker right here, tight end being used. And these guys are going to push to the outside. Tackle is going to kick out the edge rusher. The guard's going to do a good job closing in right here. Center's got a one-on-one right here against a linebacker. You got a double team against this linebacker. And then now you got this guy looking for the nearest threat. He's going out here. RJ Harvey's just going to cut it inside, and he's going to run for a touchdown. Just powerful legs when he runs. The safety's going to try to wrap up around the legs. He's going to get stiff-armed on his way into the end zone. Easy touchdown there for RJ Harvey. You can see the vision once again, but I like the acceleration. Once he sees that hole and gets going, it might be over for you folks. Now, the idea here is that maybe the Broncos start Audric Estime this season. He's that three-down guy. He wears down defenses. Then you bring in RJ Harvey to really gash and claw away at defenses this upcoming season. That might be the vision here for him. Now let's take a look at it. Now, ideally, this might be the initial hole. He does a good job staying patient. He's going to bounce it and find the seam, get vertical, and he's going to run through, keep his legs churning. Touchdown, UCF. On this play right here, we're going to see Harvey catch a pass out of the backfield. Really is the dump-off option here, the check down by the quarterback because, hey, everyone's protecting against the different levels of routes. Everyone's dropping back, and they're keeping everything in front of them. They want to throw the ball to Harvey here. The defense wants them to throw to Harvey here. That way they can rally and tackle. He does a good job posting up, showing his numbers to the QB. Good hands. And now watch him. One defender's going to miss right here. He's going to step forward. Another defender misses. You got a defender wrapping up. He's going to fight through contact there, spin out. And then at the end, the safety's going to punch the ball out. You got ball security is going to be very important. Harvey last year had a few fumbles. I think he's had 3 fumbles in each of the last 2 seasons, so that's something obviously you're going to have to shape up on at the NFL level here. But you can't lie that this guy doesn't have special traits. You can see the passing game for Sean Payton with the running backs. It's an important element of his offense. He wants guys that can do the job. Harvey's still developing in this category, but, man, you can see the explosive traits there. He's got the speed, pretty good hands at catching the football. But then what he does when the ball's in his hands after the catch is important right there. Just got to hold on to the football. He does a great job creating on this play. He's able to bounce it to the outside to get a first down where the hole is not initially there. He's able to make a defender on the outside edge miss, and then it's on. He's getting to the outside. He's cutting back up. Positive yards, 11 yards on the ground on this play. Picks up the first down. Let's see it from the other angle, because now you're going to be able to take a look at how he creates a little bit here. Now, let's watch how this is blocked. Double teaming right here. 44 is trying to crash this linebacker down, and ideally you want the hole to be right there. You have a linebacker filling. He's crashing, and that's not there, so he does a good job. He plants his foot. He bounces it to the outside, and maybe you could think, can he cut back right here? That's not going to be open because you have a pursuing linebacker. But the outside edge is like, okay, this guy can make the stop as well. He does a great job hesitating, planting that back foot, and now he's going to get linear here, where he's going to get the edge against a slower defender, and now he's getting vertical. He's going to climb back up for a positive yards, 11 yards, moves the chains here for a first down. Harvey's going to score his third rushing touchdown of the game right here against Arizona. And look, they got a new quarterback in. What they're going to do on this play is once the ball's snapped, really this is just trying to block everyone to the right side, but you're going to get misdirection here from the offset wing. He's going to come as a lead blocker opposite here because ideally they're trying to run a read option play, right? Number 11 quarterback is giving the indication he's reading a certain defender. Do I got to hand this ball off to Harvey, or am I going to pull it and keep it myself? He's going to give it to Harvey. Now, initially, Harvey's going to try to maybe see if this hole right here is going to open. It's not there right away. Does a great job recognizing that, bouncing and getting to the outside for a touchdown. Harvey's the type of defender, the type of offensive player that if you're a defender, he pisses you off because he's got bruising physicality. But, man, he's so explosive, and you're trying to chase him all day. It was not a great day for Arizona's defense against UCF's run. Now, as you can see, you motion him out of the pistol to a certain side. Okay, hey, who is the quarterback reading? Ideally, I think he's trying to read number 11 right here. He's reading number 43, who's now coming up. It's like, I can't keep that because if this is a keeper, I'm not going to be able to get anything here. So he hands it off to RJ Harvey. The hole's not there. And he says, you know what? I'm going to bounce it outside, which is crazy because this defender right here might have been able to try to blow this play up. He spins, though, and that's his downfall because you get flow to the right side. Everyone thinks it's going to the right. So he spins right, and then R.J. Harvey does the rest. Third touchdown on the ground. Arizona, a long day for them. I believe at this point of the game, the UCF offense had over 240 yards rushing against Arizona's defense, and R.J. Harvey's going to do the same exact thing here. Once again, he's going to find the crease, bounce it to the outside, get forward yards, and once again continue to wear down Arizona's D, adding on to that total for the day. Yeah, 240 rush yards at that point. That's ridiculous. All right, so let's take a look. What are we seeing here from the Arizona defense? You're seeing a zero technique, which means that the defensive tackle is head up on the center. You've got a 3 technique, which means that this defensive lineman is on the outside shoulder of the offensive guard. You got a 4-eye right here, which means that this defensive end is inside shade of the offensive tackle. And then you've got number 11. You've got number 27 who can play force. And then you got a linebacker who can fill, safety play in the middle of the field right here. And then number 18 right here is also going to be a force player against the run here. But let's take a look. Where's the hole supposed to be? They're crashing down right here. So ideally, you want this cutback to be right here. That's exactly what R.J. Harvey's going to do, and he's going to just get forward yards, just imposing his will against Arizona's defense. Harvey, once again here, has the Arizona defense in hell. He's going to bounce this to the outside. Once again, elude a couple defenders, showing that burst and that ability to plant his foot quickly to get vertical for positive yards, and yet another big gain of 10-plus yards on the ground. So initially they come out in pistol, they motion him offset left, and ideally he's just going to be trying to read. Inside, there is nowhere for him to go. So he does exactly what he should do here. He bounces it to the outside, and look, he's got 1 defender, 2 defender. He's got 2 defenders in trail technique, 1 defender near side. He's able to escape that, still plant his foot right here, and get vertical. That's hard to do. Good contact balance for him. Keeps his feet churning. 13.5 yards, 14 yards on the play. First down, UCF.